on, make it drop for me, cuz. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Barbershop Talking Random-ish. I am your master barber, Enrique Antonio. Master barber in parentheses, because we do have an official master barber in the building. We are glad that he is here. And you know him. He's part of the legendary barbershop, one of the legendary barbershops in the city. Barbershop that I many moons have frequented. Sheats barber. And like I said, I'm blessed. We are blessed to have him in the building. I just want to give a shout out to him, his family, and the history and the things that they have been a part of in the city. And thank y'all for y'all service, and thank y'all for all y'all do, and thank y'all for being the inspiration for this show. Because, like I say, the barbershop to me is the heart of the community, and the reason why I named it with the name Talking Random-ish Barbershop Style Conversation is because as a kid I knew that was the first place I had a grown man conversation. That was the first place I saw my dad, my grandfather just be men. Just be regular men, Stu Baby, Groove, because when they walked in the barbershop they was amongst their friends. Right. And in the barbershop, like I say, we talked about everything. Everybody came in the barbershop. You at one time you might be in there with the pastor, you might be in there with a murderer, you might be in there with the dope boy, you might be in there with the popo, but you all sitting in there as classic city representatives. I mean, and you all just sitting back having a conversation about everything, any and everything.
So what is it about not allowing the ladies, to come in the barbershop?
No, the ladies are allowed. The ladies are allowed. And in fact, I mean, I know we enjoy the tone changes when y'all walk in.
Oh, that's what
the tone changes. You have to be careful.
Because when I walk in, I have to go drop something off to Chris.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I open the door, it's like.
Yes, sir. Cause we talking,
And you want to be a fly on the wall after you leave too, because I bet you they got something to say.
Oh yeah. I mean, but in fact, me and wifey was watching what we watching now? Blackish, and they had the episode with Diane was trying to figure out what she was gonna do with her hair at the beauty salon. So it's the same type thing, they have their own world, their own conversations, and yeah. I remember because my aunt had a beauty salon, and being in there and the things you hear now, boy, Lord have mercy. Ooh. Y'all say we bad. But yes, yeah. But so I thank Chris for I thank him, his family, for all they have done in the city, and hopefully we can get him back in one of these barber chairs in here, and just talk about the things and what it means for him to be a barber in the classic city. And so, but we back, and we got Miss Lady in the building, Miss Shanna. Jackson Sheats is in the building, the licensed director, embalmer of Jackson and McWhorter Funeral Home. And when we left, we had, talked about some of the seriousness of the business, the of what she does, and how she how she managed and help others to manage on such a serious and occasion. Deputy Coroner. Mm-hmm. First of all, what does a coroner do?
So, a coroner actually investigates any type of death that is considered unnatural. So it would be like cases where people passed away at home, unexpected. Cases where people pass away in accidents, emergency room cases. The coroner's office, they kind of handle that as well. So that's kind of what we do. I currently assist our lead coroner, who's the coroner of Athens, Clarke County, Mr. Michael Everhart, who was just elected in 2025 and is doing a fantastic job leading, the city in his efforts. So.
Okay, so how would you know if he's not doing a fantastic job?
Well, I have worked with the past 6 coroners in Clarke County since I've been working in funeral service, so I would say he's doing a good job. And that's working with them from a funeral service perspective. So I will say all of the coroners, most of all the coroners that we've had that I've worked with, because it's about being ethical, it's about being fair. And it's also about having compassion as well, because a lot of times a coroner is the first person that a family, has to even converse with or communicate with, at the onset of death. So that particular person has to, be working in a compassionate setting as well.
So if a coroner has the body, that means they pick up the body and take it to that place out on
Buddy Christian.
Yeah, out there back there behind that little bitty building that feel like you might can sit in there, like they be behind that gate.
That's our office.
Okay. So is that where they do the autopsies and things of that?
So anyone that has to have an autopsy in Clarke County is actually going to be performed at the GBI, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. So all of our cases in Clarke County, autopsies are done there, and that's in Decatur, Georgia.
Okay.
So autopsies are only, done for particular reasons, mostly, foul play, accidents, or cases, where people pass away and they're, under a certain age and they didn't have any medical problems prior. So it's just kind of everyone, doesn't receive an autopsy just because they passed away unexpected. So.
See, because a lot of times, these big celebrities, I guess people have a thing with looking at autopsies online and looking at their stuff.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah, and you hear about all these autopsies, and you're like, no, they do autopsies, and so you kind of wonder. Okay, but I guess that answers the question. When is an autopsy called for? And okay, so basically the coroner is there to investigate the nature of the death,
alongside our local authorities. So we kind of work hand in hand together. So.
So do you have to do like what's my boy name on NCIS? Yeah, they the scene at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Taking fingerprints and looking around and seeing what's going on and collecting data.
Having conversations, and forming, an opinion about, what needs to happen, next, whether it's our case or whether it's something that can be released to a funeral home. So.
And do you know this body was not the body? They did not hear that you can tell the body been moved over here and all that type. Like I said, I watch a lot of NCIS.
Now remember, we're in Athens, so we don't get a lot of action here.
That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
That is a very good thing.
Yes.
But yes, to answer your question.
Okay, because I watch some show and they say
we like to keep things, on the low here, not, we like, if we're going to do a case, that it's natural and nothing suspicious, and for the most part, Athens. Now, I will say, and just like any other city, we do have a high incident of opioid cases.
Yes.
And I think it's okay for me to say that. And that's something, that we can, put more effort into. And I have, preached about opioid use and fentanyl, that has devastated our community.
Yes.
Majorly. So, whatever we can do to, to stop that crisis, we need to try to continue to do that. So, because that is something, that has devastated this community and communities, all over, the United States. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are there any chemicals, and I just thought, like, as far as drugs or anything, that someone has put into their body that will cause maybe for y'all not to be able to do certain services for them because?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Okay.
Very good question.
And fentanyl, man.
Yeah, it's bad. Fentanyl is bad. I tell people, if somebody offers you a Tylenol, if you don't see it, I tell people just don't take it. Just if you're not buying Tylenol from the pharmacy,
This thing is crazy.
Don't take it, because it could be that somebody let them borrow it and they thought it was trusted, and because those types of cases do happen as well. People are not purposely overdosing. Nobody wants to overdose.
Yes.
And pass away. So a lot of these cases we're finding are accidental. So I can't preach about it enough. I mean, we can do a whole separate show on that.
Yes.
At some point.
Yes.
When I did my final thesis at University of Florida, it was centered around fentanyl and the effects of fentanyl on postmortem cases. That was what my topic was, and that's the research that I performed as well. So, because it was pretty serious.
I can just imagine.
Yeah.
Some creepy stuff. Do you go down? You go down the rabbit hole of just some creepy stuff on on YouTube?
No, I try to stay away from all the stuff that's online and YouTube and the shows and what is the show you said you were looking at? The
NCIS.
NCIS.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Dougie. He's the coroner on the show.
Okay.
He's brilliant man. He's just
do you remember the show 6 Feet?
Yes.
6 Feet Under?
Yes.
That was pretty real. That show was.
Yeah.
Then that kind of more of like a more realistic. Yeah.
I remember. I think we was in high school when that started, wasn't it? Yeah, because it used to come on Showtime.
I think it was Showtime.
Yeah. I did used to watch that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And it was kind of.
It was morbid, but it was more realistic.
Watch Sanford and Son a lot, and
I love Sanford and Son.
and what's the man name? Oh, he come in with the jokes. Business is kind of dead lately.
Oh yeah, I've heard it.
Business has been dead lately. Yeah.
And then the one that's on Good Times. Do you remember the
Yes,
the guy?
yes.
Now he was awful. A bad representation though.
and that was the episode on Good Time. I mean, Sanford and Son when Lamont had bought the two caskets. And he was trying to sell the two caskets, and Fred was superstitious, and he wasn't coming in here out. Man, classic. What's it, Roger? Mr. Roger. Y'all remember Roger? Used to be here from Athens. If you grew up in
Oh my
Roger.
goodness, yes. Oh my goodness. Rest in peace, Roger.
Yes.
Roger was really my friend growing up.
Yeah.
He was my partner.
I mean,
he would hang out on everybody's funeral.
yes.
So sometimes he would just show up in his suit. And he would look at me sometimes and say something that maybe not have been the most nice thing to say to a 5-year-old. But I knew, that he didn't mean any harm, and that was just his way of saying he really loved me, I think. So we hung out a lot when I was little. That was my playmate, Roger. But he hung out at everybody's funeral. He didn't care who was having a funeral. He was going to show up at the funeral home, and he was going to be riding in the hearse to the funeral. Chris, do you remember?
I didn't even know he was doing all that.
Oh, yeah, Paul.
Yeah. Everybody was a punk.
Yeah, Paul. I mean, classic.
And you got punk shoes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, absolutely loved him. Roger. Trying to think of anybody else back in the day.
Do y'all get a lot of those characters? I mean, or people like that just because I think Good Times had a lady. She showed up at all the funerals. She's
Esther.
Not Esther. I can't think of her name, but she'll be crying, and they say then
Wanda.
Wanda, yeah.
Wanda.
And he say, well, we know we'll see you next. She'll stop crying, and then, yeah. Do y'all get characters, people like that?
I better not comment on that. This is a live show.
Because you make you wonder that, but I guess there are people that would be fixated or fixated on.
Yeah, and the profession's always been a curious profession that people are. The industry, people are curious about it, and that's understandable. Yeah. But no, I better not comment on that.
Yeah.
But yeah. I've seen some interesting things. I've learned a lot. Been around a lot of different demographic, a lot of different types of demographics of people, as well. So. We've served different cultures, religions. So,
What's the strangest custom that you may have had to follow, or you can't do this, or?
If it's something out of my norm, I have no problem with allowing someone else to come in to assist that is accustomed to that particular religion.
Mm-hmm.
So. I can't really say that it's strange. It just may be different than what I'm accustomed to.
Because I know I got one of my boys, his father was Muslim. Mm-hmm. And so I guess they had 3 days from to for the service, and they don't embalm. There was no embalming, and I think the oldest son had to come wash him, and yeah.
So, you have to, respect the religions.
Yeah.
Just like, we expect people to respect ours.
Yes.
So, and that's one thing when you're in mortuary college, you have to learn about the different religions and their customs as well. So, but yeah, that's no one's ever asked me that before.
So I guess how does that work? Do y'all with the would they come, I guess, back into?
Like an open door policy. Is there like an open door policy?
Would they be like walk in and we're here to watch the body type?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because if whatever their religion states for them to do, try to accommodate them. Yeah, absolutely. We have some religions for cremation, they want to be present during the cremation.
Wow.
Right. Because that is their culture.
Wow.
And for them, that is the norm for them.
Yeah.
If it wasn't allowed, that would not be normal for them.
Absolutely. So, do y'all do cremations on these roads?
Not on site,
Okay.
no. Our crematory is in Stone Mountain Village.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, we transport there.
So how does that work if because I want to be cremated, but I know when I pass, I want y'all to pick me up.
Right.
So how does that work?
So we still do everything just as if we were doing a traditional service, and then we would get all the necessary authorizations, paperwork done. Have a funeral first if that's your choice. If not, then we would transport to the crematory. And if your family wants to accompany you there, we will make arrangements for that to happen. So,
pre-planning.
Yay!
Let's talk
I thought
about.
we would never get to that.
Let's talk about pre-planning.
Yes.
The importance, if you have time to do pre-planning.
It is very important.
I had an auntie. I can't remember. I can't remember the years. I'm not good with dates, but when she passed, basically everything was taken care of.
Yeah.
She had. I mean,
That is the best gift a person can leave their family.
Uh-huh.
I agree.
If they plan everything ahead of time, because it alleviates a lot of pressure. Decisions, have to be made, and sometimes your family members don't know what decisions to make if you've never had a conversation. Now, we as us, we don't like to talk about.
Absolutely.
We do not want to talk about it.
Boy.
When I go do seminars, and a lot of times when they introduce me and say, she's here to talk about pre-planning your funeral, people start, I don't want to do that. So, it's just kind of something that we don't want to talk about. But like I tell people, I said we plan for babies when they're, being born. We have gender reveal parties, and we plan for weddings, but we don't plan for what we know eventually is going to be, the inevitable. So why not plan for it?
Yeah.
So, because we know it's going to happen one day. So, I have a friend that bought a wedding dress 20 years ago that she still hadn't had a chance to use. So she's been planning for her wedding that she hadn't had in 20 years.
I want to get a new dress.
But we know that this is going to happen, so we should plan for it. But I think the biggest portion is just educating us about it and making it be okay. So that's what we try to do. So we do seminars, we go to churches, go to meetings when people want us to come in, and try to make it not a scary thing, but just something that becomes common and that it becomes the norm.
Yeah.
So just like you're planning for a baby shower or a wedding, let's plan for this, because we know it's going to happen one day.
Yes.
If you're not planning, even if you're not going in, I'm not saying that you've got to call the funeral home, go to the funeral home, pick out a casket, but you need to put something in writing, put something on paper. We even have brochures now that we tell people, just fill this brochure out, give it to somebody in your family, so that if something were to happen, they have something to look at, something to read over, so that it makes it easier for them to make decisions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about it. Yeah.
So, what is the process if someone wanted to call you? They want the pre-plan.
Okay, so they call me.
Uh-huh.
So we got a whole protocol of, series of things that we're gonna go over with you. We're gonna find out if you want to plan everything. Some people say no, I just want to make sure that the financial piece is in place and my family can do whatever they want to do. So I try to still make them put something on paper about something. At least tell us, do you want a casket? At least, anything. So that's what we do. We talk about the importance of it. We talk about how it's important to put something in place and to make it irrevocable, which means that if you ever have to go in a nursing home or a facility, that they can't touch what you've already put in place for your funeral. Because I don't know if you know this, but a lot of times nursing homes, they can take your cash that you have on hand. They can take cash value from your life insurance policies if they want to.
And speaking of that, with Tanya Mall, when she first went into the nursing home, she had 2 policies, and they were like, you can only have up to a certain amount, so they had to cash in, and then they was looking at that, trying to find that, see where that money's at and stuff like that. So how,
if you have property,
yeah,
they can tap into all of that. So at least if you have your funeral services planned and you have them in a burial fund, we even do drafts through National Guardian Life. That's our carrier. And so they can do a draft every month. And so once the funeral is paid for, they can designate it irrevocable, and it can never be touched. It will always be there, for your service. Even if Jackson order is not there in 40 or 50 years, the funds are still there and they're transferable, and you can, use it wherever you need to use it for your burial expenses. So that is the product and the program that we have in place. But most importantly to me, it's just educating people and making it okay to talk about it. So, because it's hard planning.
Yes.
It's hard planning a funeral for a person, and you have no idea what to do.
Because that's one thing me and Tanya had. We said we're gonna call you so we can sit down and just
we're gonna do it
and have it taken care of, so when our kid don't have to don't even have to
and
worry
you can
about
even go ahead and give permission for your own cremation while you're alive, because that's something that your family, they won't have to worry about. It's hard for people to sign off, to give authorization for cremation for another person. So even though cremation is not a bad thing, I mean, it's just another form of disposition. So but then vice versa, it's hard for someone, sometimes to do the opposite and say, well, I know that they wanted to be buried, but I'm gonna cremate. Or they may say, I know they want to be cremated, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna, do burial. So sometimes it's just hard for people to form those decisions and make proper decisions for another person when they're not sure and when they haven't had a conversation about it. So the grief is enough. It's already overwhelming enough. And so adding that piece to it at the time of, that can, not be the easiest situation to be in. So, but we've been doing pre-needs a long time. We still have some pre-needs files, some pre-needs that we did in the 80s that we still have. Mr. Jackson, my dad, he was doing pre-needs as far back as in the 80s that we still have on file. So, yeah, but the program has grown tremendously. So the more people we can get to talk about it and to listen, I think that as a community and as people, and especially in our culture of people, at some point we're gonna make it okay and make it the norm, you know, to talk about. Make it easy
Yeah.
and not a scary thing.
For fun.
Oh, what do I do for fun? I'm looking at Chris.
When it's time to get away.
I like Netflix, so I do watch Netflix every once in a while. I like the beach. I love the beach whenever we can go, but you know, it's not often that we have an opportunity to travel. But whenever we do, I always like the beach because you know everybody else will want to do the mountains or. If you give me a choice between the beach and anywhere else, I'm gonna say the beach. Every time.
Yeah.
We're ocean people.
Yeah.
Chris been wanting to go to the mountains for 20 years.
So you're either a ocean person or a mountain person. You're one or the other. Definitely ocean.
So,
my sister loves the mountains.
Okay. And then I just enjoy kind of just kicking back, you know, with my family. My parents are still, they're 88 and 89, so spend a lot of time with them when we're not working. So try to, you know, keep creating those memories as long as we can. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But other than that, I work a lot. So, but I like my work, and I almost look at it as if it's a hobby. So I enjoy work.
What do you like most about what you do?
I enjoy helping families get to a good place. Yeah, that's what I enjoy. Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. You have, when you're teaching, you say you do the
restorative art, and physiognomy.
Who?
Physiognomy of the face.
Physiognomy?
So we learn about the ear, the nose, the mouth, and the eye, and all the different parts of those features. It's important to know about the different parts of those features, just in case at some point you have to reconstruct them. Then you need to make sure that all of the parts are there. So,
Make the makeup. Is there do y'all have a makeup person that comes in and?
If a family requests their own makeup artist, other than that, no, we do everything in-house ourselves. We're trained to do that as well.
Is there a case where you like, when you know that's a lot of makeup? They had to put a lot of makeup on there because I guess.
Not all the time. So we don't have to use as much makeup as you would think. So unless it's that particular type of case. So.
What's the difference between, I guess, processing a person of color and a person and one of our Caucasian brothers?
No difference. It's just no color. So I was a fashion. Do you remember Fashion Fair back in the day?
Yeah.
I was a Fashion Fair girl for a little while, about 2 years, where I wore that pink outfit at the mall. You remember the time. I know. And so I learned a lot about color when I was a Fashion Fair girl. Even though I sold Fashion Fair, which was predominantly an African American cosmetic line, I still had to sell other lines that were in my bay. So I learned a lot about color way back then. And so as long as you know color theory and undertones, there's no difference in any race, you know, that you're working on. So.
Is it true? Because you know we got theories. well, black folks theory, that you can't hold a white body as long as you can hold a black body. Is
no, that's not. That's a theory.
Okay. Okay.
But remember, color may change on us as well. So just like it may change on any other nationality of people.
So do you know if they done buried Jane Brown yet?
I don't know. Is he not buried?
No, it was. I know when he passed, it was. I think it was a case going on, and they was trying.
I don't know. I think I kind of just forgot about it because now that you mentioned it, I think maybe there was, but I'm surely he's buried by now. It's been like 10 years ago. But surely he is. Yeah.
Okay, in cases like with Aretha Franklin, her body went on a world tour.
Oh wow! And Jesse Jackson.
Yeah. So, what? The funeral home that's, I guess, in control of that. Mm-hmm. What does all that stuff entail?
Logistics and planning and preparation. If you have to go to the state, a funeral home there in that state is going to have to assist because you have to have a licensed person in that state to be able to receive the remains, especially if they're being flown into the state. So doesn't mean that you're not there helping and work, still, in charge, but you still have to bring in someone that's licensed in that state. I have friends that live on the Florida line. They may be licensed in Georgia and Florida because it's just easier, for them if, they're having to, cross state lines, back and forth for services. That's very common. But that's a good question. It's just logistics and planning. Because I think Jesse has been to South Carolina, of course Chicago, and somewhere else. I think they're gonna take him. So yeah, so you just got to.
He been traveling.
You got to plan and have logistics in place, people in place. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when you get, do y'all have to, as a, I guess the director, morticians or whatever, do y'all have to do certain things with the body to make sure
Well, once they've been embalmed, they're preserved, so they're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. The purpose of embalming is preservation, so that they'll be fine for viewing. We've had cases, especially with shipping overseas or shipping to the Caribbean. Sometimes we may have to wait a month before we ship out, so that person is housed with us for that period of time. So, and they're fine.
They're chilling.
They're fine as long as they're preserved.
They're chilling. They got to be
chilling. No pun intended.
They see, you're talking about they chilling.
I thought it was pun intended.
Okay, say, I know that my loved one, it's gonna be a month before we can do anything. What if I wanted to come by and see him? Can I just stop by and holler at him?
I'm sure they can be arranged. They can be arranged. So.
They come in and shoot the breeze with him, sit down, have a drink, with cousin so and so. Wow. Can AI take over your job?
Well, AI, we use AI now. For obituaries and print pieces. But as far as the hands-on portion of it and the personable part of it, I don't think AI would ever be able to do that. I just don't see it. Because at some point you have to have conversations. You have to be able to talk to people, communicate, answer questions. So I don't, but I mean, who knows, in 30 years, you just never know. I will say that we did learn how to do virtual arrangements during COVID.
Yes.
COVID forced us to do that. So we were able to do complete funeral arrangements virtually. We did that for a few months when COVID first surfaced. So, and that's something I thought we would never be able to do. And so now we still give the option for virtual conferences, you know, if needed. So
That watching the funeral online thing was different.
oh yeah,
That was different.
We were live streaming every service at some point. COVID was a pretty that was a pretty rough. Yeah, that was a traumatic time as well, even for us. So
did y'all have to do anything, I guess, different with the bodies?
No, not that. We just had to protect ourselves. I mean, but we didn't have to do anything different than what we already normally do, because we already sanitize and follow all of the rules as it relates to taking precaution, using PPE. But we had to kind of work extra hard to protect our staff and ourselves as well during COVID, because that was a pretty serious time. Yeah.
Hey, I got a stupid question. Idlewild movie on with I don't know if y'all seen this movie with Outkast.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw Idlewild.
Okay.
I vaguely remember it, but I do remember it had something to do with maybe they owned a funeral home.
Yes,
in their
three
basement.
stacks. And his dad owned the funeral home, and he basically. Oh, I don't know if it that movie, but there was another one where it's somewhere a guy sitting there, he got his sandwich laying on the body, just eating and just going on. I guess it is, but is it possible to just be that comfortable and?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's possible to be comfortable. Yeah.
This is interesting. This is interesting. This is interesting.
We're gonna have to have a part 2, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Cause yeah.
Maybe I can bring some of my staff back with me next time.
Oh, I thought you finna say maybe she can bring some examples. No. For few years ago, I was watching some, and gang member that got killed, and they was having something. Well, they had his body posted up in a club, just posted like he was chilling, and he shaved. So, do y'all get requests?
We have never had a request for that, but I have seen that performed before. But we have never received a request for that, so I can't say that we have. But I have seen it. I've seen pictures, on social media.
Yeah.
As well. So, but I've seen, where people have placed people in their cars for viewing, and all sorts of whatever you can think of. It probably has been displayed. I'm thinking at some point.
I think I remember somebody got buried in a car.
Yes, I think I remember seeing something similar to that. But whatever you can think of, it's probably already happened already. You probably can Google it and it'll pop up on AI.
Yes.
AI knows everything. Like, it's kind of scary.
It's very scary. It's very scary. Yes. I think I'm done. I think my fascination for the night.
Yes. Well, I've enjoyed my time as well. Thank you for having me. And it's just good to kind of sit back and laugh sometimes.
Yes.
And, not be so serious all the time, because we get enough of that. So laughter is good.
Absolutely.
For us.
Absolutely.
I just, thank God that I was able to be here. And I prayed before I came in here that I would be able to not be so nervous. So thank you so much.
I think you did a good job. I mean, just as comfortable as you feel when you standing up there and doing your final remarks.
Yeah.
But
I think at the end of the day, I just like my grandmother. She was a very wise lady. She lived till she was almost 100.
Wow.
My grandmother Roberta, and I just try to live by this all the time. She always would just say, just be nice and treat everybody right.
Yeah.
And that's real simple, not anything over the top, to try to keep up with, or anything too educated to understand. But that's what I try to live by every day.
Absolutely.
Just to keep things moving. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you. Because, like I say, through those times, you and your staff was very, very, very amazing. And y'all took care of our loved ones. And y'all gave us a sense of peace. And I commend you and thank you, and hope that you continue to be and continue to do what you do, and continue to help us, this community, excuse me, get through those hard times.
Yes.
Because, like I said, you and your staff do an amazing job.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, and we have an amazing staff. And one thing about our staff, they all understand the importance, of grief as well. They've been through it too, and so they'll tell you, what do I need to do, to help this family, or their concern and their main priority as well is helping you get to a better place. So thank you for saying that, and I'll be sure to pass the message along to them as well.
Please do.
We appreciate you as well. So thank you.
Y'all are so very welcome. But like I say, thank you, and we're gonna get ready to wrap this thing up. But let people know if they don't know the address or the number and everything, and how to get in touch with you if they need you.
If you need to reach us, you can contact us at Jackson McWhirter Funeral Home. We're located at 1253 West Wall Street here in Athens. That is on the west side, near downtown. You also may call us at 706-543-3623, or you may visit our website at www.jacksonmcwhirterfuneralhome.com. We also have a Facebook page and the Instagram page, I've heard, as well. So if you want to contact us about pre-planning, feel free to call us, reach out to us at any time. So again, thank you for having me here on this evening. It was an absolute pleasure.
And the pleasure was ours, and a great way to start celebrating Women's Month. I mean, definitely, because like I say, you are definitely a pillar of this community.
Well, thank you so much.
And,
thank you for saying that. But God gets all the glory, so I would not be able to be working in this capacity if it wasn't, for Him giving me the strength to move around every day. So,
Amen. Amen.
So thank you.
The strength for all of us to move around. Yes, sir. Because some days it is hard.
Yes, it is.
It is hard.
Especially once you hit that 50, all types of things start happening.
Yeah. Aches and pains and things hurt that you didn't know you had. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
And life just be life sometimes. But we thank you. But we're gonna get ready to close this thing out.
All right.
This game called life is a series of moments. The past is just that, the past. Learn from it and be thankful for it. The future, prepare for it. It's coming. Let's get to the next one. The present, it is a gift. Enjoy the journey. Take pictures, but most importantly, thank God. It's time to clean the clippers, sweep the floors. Damn. Ain't nobody here but me, so I guess I got to clean the bathroom. Y'all just wait. In the words of Rita Lawson's son, Odabo Jack, the shop is closed.